All right. Welcome everybody. Sorry, laughing a little bit about something before the show. Starting off with our 8th episode. I can't believe it's been 8 already. It's just pretty crazy.
Crazy
With
eights.
the ATL Hawks Nest podcast. You're running with Team Blackstar again today.
What up?
Again, as always, hit us up. Email at atlhawksnest@gmail.com. Or on Twitter at ATL Hawks Nest. Coming at you a night later because we took the night off yesterday to watch that thrilling victory over the Thunder, which was quite lovely to see. Probably best win of the season, I thought.
Yeah. I thought we improved and we looked like we were focusing on rebounding specifically, which has been awful. I mean, I wouldn't say it's been awful, but it hasn't been great. They made a concentrated effort, and I'm pretty sure we out-rebounded them and grabbed over 50.
I actually looked up. We are 30th in the league allowed rebound.
We're 30th?
5th in the league in rebounding.
You there? Hello.
Giving up a lot as well. But yeah, they rebounded well. Yeah. You're cut out, man. Can't hear
you. You there?
Some technical. You're like you cut out back for just a second.
Yeah, I'm trying to close tabs.
Oh, gotcha.
Is that better?
Tabs up. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so that was a good win.
Start that over.
Yeah, that was a good win. Good rebounding in that game. Let me actually pull up how we did.
I think we out-rebounded them 50 something. 50 something 48.
Yeah, they had 48. We had 51. So.
And they're number one in
rebound.
Rebound, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, you didn't see a lot of their big guys outside of Ibaka that game. Like, I feel like that almost that whole second half they went small with Durant playing, power forward. Most of that second half, like, you didn't really see much of Steven Adams with his ridiculous mustache or
his ridiculous Cantor, everything.
That guy who's making way too much money. I feel like I need to talk about that really quick. So Enes Kanter is making.
Yeah, you brought that up yesterday. You're like, he's getting paid way too much cash.
He played 15 minutes that game.
I think he had 6 points and 10 rebounds. I only know that because he's on my fantasy team.
Fair enough. All right, let me find his salary and see how absurd this is.
He will make.
He's
making
$60 million. Jesus Christ.
16.7, 17.1, 17.8, 18.6 million in 2018.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He's making the same amount as Russell Westbrook.
How crazy that is?
He's making him and Russell Westbrook are making the same amount. Just put that in the context.
Yeah, that's absolutely crazy. I mean, as soon the dude played 15. Like, if you're paying somebody that much money,
and he comes off the bench,
you can't. Yeah, you can't. One, you can't be coming off the bench. Two, you can't be playing him 15 minutes. You can't. If you're making that much money, you shouldn't be able to be, by matchup or whatever it is. You shouldn't be able to be put on the bench. Like, that's.
You gotta be getting 30 minutes a night.
That's crazy. He's only making $3 million less than $3 less than Paul Millsap.
Man,
Just let that sink in.
and you best believe he'll be picking up that player option in 2018.
Oh yeah, that 18
Wherever
$6 million.
he'll definitely be
God.
traded. He'll definitely be traded by then. Maybe probably before then, or in that season, or right before that season, and he'll be picking up that option. Believe me.
Jesus, that's just.
I mean, they had to match it. They were gonna. They were.
I mean, did they though?
I mean.
Like, I mean.
Yeah,
like,
I don't
did
know
they
if
have
they
to
did.
match that?
I don't know if they did, but
I mean, I guess like I don't know what else.
I just don't get
A lot
as
of
far as
people
they
talk
go.
They talk a lot about Sam Presti being a good GM or whatever. Like, basically made 3 good draft decisions or 4 good draft decisions.
Ibaka, Durant, Westbrook, and Harden.
Yeah, and has made some just miserable GM decisions.
Yeah, I think.
Like, there's no way Andre Roberson should be playing 16 minutes and starting for your team if you have legitimate playoff aspiration. And, like, the Thunder are pretty good this year. You know, it's like, you know, Westbrook and Durant can take you a long way.
Yeah.
But Andre Roberson, maybe I should save this for later when we're talking about Plum Juice All-Stars. But I just have to bring it. He's minus 26 in 16 minutes.
He was. I mean, putrid is not even. It would be giving him too much credit for how he played. Like, he was just getting cooked left and right. He's supposed to be some. He's supposed to be some
defense. Thrown and then got a tee like the very next.
He throws
play.
up an air ball and then gets a technical for sucking, and it's like, man, just go sit down.
Yeah.
You know, he was a stellar bum juice candidate this week. I mean, he really.
There's a lot of bum candidates this week. Let's just throw that out there.
Yeah, let's just get into that. How many people just straight up sucked?
Well, let's just jump into that like right now. Why don't we just since we're on that topic? Like, Jesus, that's okay. I mean, this could be hard to top. I'm looking at some of these other people and they played bad, but I don't know if anybody played that bad. Who else you got as bum candidates?
Let's see. He was bad. We definitely have
basically the whole Celtics starting lineup.
Mario Chalmers is without a doubt one. If Roberson's 1, Chalmers is 1A.
I always forget. I keep forgetting that he is on the Grizzlies now.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find his putrid.
I got it. So you played 10 minutes, was 0 of 2 from the field with 5 turnovers and 4 fouls.
Oh, man. So far, bum juice players.
3 of 4 from the free throw line, 2 assists, 1 rebound. Somehow he was a +5. Well, I guess when you only play 10 minutes, I think that's just one of those statistical things that, like, sometimes you're going to be in the positive just by random chance.
Yep.
Rather than anything that you actually did. It's like that, it's too small sample size kind of thing.
Yeah. It's if you would extrapolate those minutes, like double his minutes.
Yeah.
He would have definitely been negative.
Yeah. Right. I'm looking at the whole Celtics starting lineup. I guess Avery Bradley played all right, but everybody
he cooked us.
Everybody was minus 15 or worse in plus minus in their starting lineup. And I would like to hold on. All right, we can jump into that. So let's just talk about that Celtics game then a little bit.
Yeah,
that was great. Obviously, a great win. It's always nice to just bust the Celtics, especially that fourth quarter, just running away from them. I would like to talk about. No, go ahead.
Sorry. I was just gonna say we played well. Like, we played a good game, but we we left some points out there. Like we left a lot. We still had a lot of turnovers. We still had bad closeouts on their 3-point shooters. Avery Bradley, like I don't know what he was on that night. He must have not gone out to the strip club or something. Stayed inside. But
Neek messed up taking him to strip clubs.
Yeah, he didn't get courted by Neek at the Gold Club, so he actually had a good game. But we played well.
I would just like to say how much do you think Jared Sullinger weighs right now?
285.
Yeah, he's got to be pushing.
He's got to be
3 bills right now.
Yeah. He's pushing 3, and 285 might be generous.
Listed weight on here is 260, so he's got to be pushing 300 right now.
Again,
if you're listed weight where it's like supposed to be nice to you a little bit, right? If it's already at 260, he's easily pushing 3 bills.
Yeah, if it's saying 260, he's probably 295. Like he's like one donut away from fucking 3 bills.
I've always hated his guts.
Yeah, that was
pretty bad game too.
Yeah, that was a great game. That was another. Who's oh, you said their whole team. Yeah, their whole team was bum juice.
It was good. The whole starting lineup was in double figures that game. Tavo played really well that game. Just stuffing the stats. I'm just looking at his stats here. He only missed 1 shot. Had 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, 3 blocks, 15 points.
Damn.
Yeah, I think he's starting to round back into form a little bit. Some of his minutes that he's been given the past few weeks, especially since moving into the starting lineup, he's looked like he's
getting his own a little bit. He's getting his legs underneath him, and he looks like he's moving a lot better. Like he was moving very robotically. Those first couple games, like he was playing well, and you knew his mind and the mental aspect of it. He knew where to be, but like his body just wasn't getting him there. But now you can see after a few games, he's starting now, which is great, and adding great possessions on both ends.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
His defense is freaking great. Obviously.
Yeah, I read an article today that was just talking about like how his teammates realized like all the good like dirty work he's doing. Like he didn't score any points in that Thunder game, but he did all the little things and guarded Durant pretty much that whole game. He played 38 minutes, pretty much played minute to minute with every minute that Kevin Durant played. Really locked him up. It's one of those things like seeing him play like he has been makes you wonder, what would have happened in that Cleveland series? Like how better of a series would it have been?
0 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals. I mean, that's great. That's great.
Yeah. Doing all the dirty things. That's what we need from him,
Yeah.
But and when he can bring the offensive game like he did in the in that Boston game, it's even better.
Yeah.
And
I did like in that game our bench. We had great production from the bench. Patterson played well. Mike Scott's I think he's been playing very aggressive, and when he's being very efficient with his minutes.
Yeah,
he comes in and he's in he's in there to shoot, obviously, but he's been taking it strong to the hole as well, and his inside outside game is very valuable off the bench.
Yeah, I think he's at his best when he's not settling just for jump shots. I feel like he's been doing he's been mixing in instead of because I feel like last year he was just if he would set a pick he would always pop out, but now he's mixing more of those like hard rolls to the basket, especially when he's playing with Schroeder. Him and Schroeder, the pick and roll with them has been pretty nice. In a few games this year. Just him rolling diving hard to the basket, you know.
Yeah, that last game, I think it was against the Thunder. He had a nice roll and caught it, or it might have been on a fast break, but he caught it, almost just threw it down. But he got fouled by somebody reached in and fouled him, but took the legs out of him. But he almost almost threw that shit down.
Yeah. Well, let's hope he keeps playing well and stays away from the Molly.
Yeah. Good job, King Emoji, Young Emoji.
No. But I think that brings us to a very important other takeaway from that Celtics game.
Oh, I know where this is going
with this. Tim Hardaway Jr. played.
THJ.
Oh my God. I was so shocked.
And it was like, and they snuck him in there too, because it took me a minute to actually kind of realize he was in the game.
So I was on game chat, I was like, wait, is that?
Yeah, I was like, wait, is that Tim? Oh shit, Tim Hardaway Jr. Came in, he hit a 3-pointer.
It was pretty pure looking too.
Yeah, and from the few games he played this week, I can't look at it right now, but I think he played in 2 or 3 games.
1, 2, let's see, 1, 2, 3. 4. He played in 4 games.
Played in 4 games.
Except for the Thunder game.
Yeah. And, once he gets familiar with this offense, I mean, gets a lot more confidence. I liked what I saw. I liked what I saw.
He's got a good looking stroke. Like, that's what I'll say. Like, on that shot he hit in the Celtics game, like, it was. Like, his stroke is pretty pure, and it would be interesting. Actually, I'm interested to hear what you think. So I've kind of like, it feels almost like the way they're using kind of the end of the bench, like Tim Hardaway Jr., Lamar Patterson, like Justin Holiday. It kind of feels like they're interchangeable almost to a degree.
Right.
And like Bud's been, maybe it's like he's seeing him practice and he's just riding whoever is practicing the best at the time out of those 3, and that's who gets the minutes in that like other wing spot. I was just wondering what you kind of thought about that.
Yeah, I was noticing that too, because I was thinking, I forget what game I was watching. I think it might have been Boston, it might have been Memphis, but I was sitting there thinking like, I can't tell if how we're using the end of the bench. It's like, are we that desperate? Are these guys that good? Like, where do we fit in the grand scheme of playing these players? Because I think our starting 5 is great. It's great. Yeah. We run our offense. They know it. We know what we're getting, essentially. But, guys like Lamar Patterson, like the cast-offs, I feel like we're playing like a lot of cast-offs and just kind of guys, gritting it and fighting. Like we have a lot of guys who will fight and a lot of scrappy guys. And I was thinking it was a bad thing. Maybe it's like, how good are we going to be playing these guys? But like you said, they seem to be very interchangeable shooters and efficient shooters. So I think I would like to think that in the long run it's going to be good for us, and it's going to be a good thing that these guys are interchangeable, because if one goes down, like Blazemore went out, no one can really match what he does per se, I would say, but we have enough kind of filling guys where if he goes down, we're not going to really miss too much of a beat.
Yeah,
it's just we're plugging. It feels like like we're plugging them into a cog, and these guys got to know and be in the right place to do the right thing and make the right reads, and maybe that's what Tim Hardaway was struggling with.
Yeah. And maybe that's, and I don't want to say like this is total speculation completely.
Yeah.
But maybe like Coach Bud's trying like a new strategy of like, just he's gonna ride with whichever one of those players is hot that week or whatever, and that's who's gonna play, and that's just the way he's gonna do it the whole season. And maybe it's like a way to get 3 imperfect players to get kind of that guy that you need off the bench instead of it being one guy. You like combine all 3 of them, sort of. Does that make sense?
Kind of like Voltron, but not really.
Yeah, like Voltron. I think I might start calling them that.
Yeah, I think that's not bad actually.
Tim Hardaway Jr., Justin Holiday, and Lamar Patterson.
Yeah, but they formed to make Voltron. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, because I feel like each one of them kind of brings a little bit something different to the table.
Something different.
I think Justin Holiday is probably the best defender of the 3 of them. Lamar Patterson makes most of the right decisions, like probably the best decision maker out of all of them. And Tim Hardaway Jr. probably the best shooter out of all of them.
I'd say probably from what I've seen from Lamar Patterson, he looks like the best all-around player of all of them. Like he's not great at one thing, but he does everything like good enough.
Yeah.
Like I haven't worried about him being in the game. Like if he's in the game, I don't really have to worry about much.
Yeah.
Like is he going to be in the right place? Is he going to make the right read? Can he pass? Can he shoot? He can do pretty much anything on the court.
Yeah, and it's so interesting because there was a lot of chatter on message boards and stuff about whether or not he was the right person to get that last roster spot coming out of training camp. But I think he's very much proved that he was the right guy.
Who was he fighting that for? Who was he fighting for that?
It was Taran Petaway, who's a rookie in Nebraska, was kind of the main competitor. And we had Glenn Robinson the third on the roster, but he got a 3-year guaranteed deal from the Pacers or something. We aren't going to do anything like that for the kind of money. But I'm very happy with what I've seen out of Patterson.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Speaking of Kent Bazemore, though, that block.
Oh man, that was.
You know what I'm talking about.
That was
in the Thunder game.
So amazing. Like he timed that so well, got up so high, and just sent it, man. It was man. We miss that. We don't because we don't really have a shot blocker. We don't really have a shot blocking presence on the team. He's our shot blocker.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Dion Waiters, come on, man.
Oh, Dion Waiters. That's it. That's what
stuff. Yeah, I was about to, that was the other bungee. So I just thought about that. I was like, oh, he got his shit thrown by Bazemore. Let me look at his stats.
I was like, I'm missing somebody real important here.
0 for 7. Looking like the Pillsbury Doughboy out there. Never met a shot he didn't like or couldn't miss.
God, man, he's a special player. He's a special player, man. He's a special type of player.
Yeah.
He plays zero defense, no defense at all. Yeah. No defensive team would feature him and James Harden. They'd probably be the no defensive player of the year. If there was board.
Let me read some of the players who. There's a few players who were drafted after Dion Waiters.
Yes, let's talk about this. He was third, right?
He went fourth. Yeah, he went fourth. So it went Anthony Davis, Kid Gilchrist, Bradley Beal, and Dion Waiters. Obviously, the next pick also terrible. Thomas Robinson. He was bad. He was just what a waste of space. But 6 to Portland.
Damian Lillard
was probably the one that hurts worst. Yep, Damian Lillard.
Yep.
Trillard. I mean, Harrison Barnes was 7th.
Yeah.
Better player. Terrence Ross is kind of not great. Andre Drummond, number 9.
Ugh. Wow.
And then it just gets kind of bad after that.
But think about that, man. And he went to Cleveland, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Just think if Cleveland had drafted Andre Drummond or even Damian Lillard. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah. Dame's good. He's very good.
Yeah.
I
drafted it. You remember I drafted him in fantasy. I knew it. I was like, I saw him in summer league, and I was like, this dude's gonna be the truth.
And then you had to trade him, and I appreciate that.
You're the only person where in any fantasy league that we're in, it's like, you know what? I will definitely make a trade with you and be the loser.
Yep.
Like, I don't care. Like, if I lose, I don't care.
I'll make it. But that's like none of our trades are ever like a lose thing. They're actually, unlike most trades that people try to offer, they're actually well thought out and reasoned.
Yeah.
But I would like to say I am totally dominating in fantasy right now, and it is lovely.
Yeah, it's
if you look at the stats, like I'm top 4 in
everything
7 out of the 9 categories. I'm top 4 in.
Yeah, I played better these last like 2 matchups. I'm still like terrible, but my team has been way more consistent the last 2 weeks, and I think I can climb back into it slowly.
Yeah. Really, what it comes down to me is Paul George is playing at MVP level right now,
crushing. He's got him second in the East, right? Or first, second?
Yep, yeah. Indiana's second in the East right now. They're playing good defense this year, which is kind of crazy considering Monte Ellis is playing big minutes for them.
Yeah.
But they're running at a much quicker pace than they ever did in that team that was, number 1 in the East a couple years ago.
It's because they got rid of Hibbert.
They're good, Yeah. I mean, they're definitely. I would say they're definitely going to make the playoffs. That's for sure.
Yeah. I'm definitely surprised at how good they are and how quickly out of the gate Paul George has just trucked everybody. Like, I don't know what he did this summer, but
did something right.
Jesus Christ! Like he looks like his body, like he looks like he's about to hit his prime, and we're about to get prime time Paul George.
Yeah,
like he just looks the part now. Like he looks.
Yeah, he definitely. I mean, he's playing
looks determined, looks just focused.
One of the top 5 players in the league right now.
Absolutely.
I would say he's one of the top 5 best players in the league right now.
Yes,
hands down. It's crazy to see.
Yeah.
I'm really glad he changed his number to 13.
PG-13,
which is lovely.
Yeah, but seriously though, fuck the Pacers. So I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I would like to come back to the 2012 draft really quick that Deion Waiters was in. This draft is awful.
Yeah, it's not bad. Good, man. It's not good.
Anthony Davis, Bradley Beal, Damian Lillard, Harrison Barnes, and Andre Drummond, and then a bunch of garbage.
It's not a good look.
So we have, let me just read some of these names off of here. So this is 5th pick, Thomas Robinson, terrible. 8th pick, Terrence Ross, not good. 10th pick,
Austin Rivers. It was the shot in Chapel Hill, man. That's the only reason he got drafted was that shot in Chapel Hill.
Yeah, just terrible. Myers Leonard, not good. Jeremy Lamb, having a decent year, I guess, this year, but not great. Kendall Marshall,
I wouldn't say Myers Leonard is not good. I think
he's all right. Yeah, he's
because he's actually playing this year, and so when I kind of want to see where he's at the end of the season.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'll reserve judgment. I'll reserve judgment on Myers
Leonard. John Henson, very mediocre.
Wait, what'd you say about Kendall Marshall?
Oh, not good.
I was going to say, did you skip over him? Because let's talk about it.
Because he doesn't even deserve to be mentioned.
Yeah.
So, terrible. Maurice Harkless, not good. Royce White didn't ever play?
Never played.
Yeah, I don't think he ever played. Hold on. It says he played 3 games on here, a total of 9 minutes.
Lies.
With no stats. Tyler Zeller, Terrence Jones. We all know how we feel about Terrence Jones.
Yes.
Andrew Nicholson, not good. Evan Fournier having a good season this year.
Yes.
Falling out on Magic. Appreciate it. Jaron Sullinger, we already spoke to his fatness before. Let's see if you remember this one. Fab Melo.
I see it right here.
Yeah, he only played six games. Scored 7 points in his career. Lovely.
What happened to him? Did he get hurt, or did he just go back to Brazil banging fairy twinks?
No, he just couldn't play basketball, man. He was never good, and he never should have been drafted either. That was just bad.
I thought he got wrapped up in like liking ladyboys or something in Brazil. Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, I don't know. He's just not good at basketball. That's really what it comes down.
Yes.
John Stankin Jenkins.
We all know his exploits.
Jared Cunningham,
which he actually got
got
paid by Dallas, didn't he?
Jenkins, yeah, he's on Dallas right now. Yeah. Roten, who's on that terrible Sixers team. Miles Plumlee, I don't know which Plumlee that is, so I can't really speak to how good he is.
That's the older, worse one. Like,
there's more of them still in school.
It's like there's a young one. There's the youngest one who's bad and in school now. There's the middle one who's bad and in the league now, and then there's the oldest one who's terrible, and I don't even know if he's playing anymore.
Yeah.
Who is Arnett Moultrie? Who is that?
No idea. I think that says everything you need to know. Perry Jones, I don't think is he on a team this year?
I think he got hurt.
He's out of the league or something. Let's see.
He's playing for that Moultrie guy. I think it's saying he's playing with the Sixers. That's why we've never heard of him.
Fair. I don't know what Perry Jones is doing. Marquise Teague, Jeff Teague's much worse younger brother.
Garbage.
And then Festus for the rest of us is Ely.
Yeah.
Who's getting minutes. Oh, Draymond Green was in that draft though. There's some decent second round picks actually.
I was gonna say the second round a lot better than the first. Jay Crowder.
That's weird. There's Jay Crowder, Draymond Green,
Middleton,
Chris Middleton, Will Barton, Mike Scott.
Yeah, Mike Scott.
There's some decent second round players here. Interesting. Yeah. Anyways, got a little distracted there by some of the doo-doo names that I saw.
All potential bum juice candidates.
Bum juice career bum juice.
They are bum juice all-stars in waiting.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we only have 2 games this week because the back-to-backs this week killed us, especially in that Spurs game. They just looked so tired. They looked exhausted.
We tried to get in that game, but it was someone called it. I think they call it a throwaway game essentially.
Yeah.
It meant. I mean, obviously they fucking killed us, but I'm not too worried about it.
No, I'm not either. That T-Wolves game does worry me a little bit.
Yep.
Just second time they've lost to them, and it's. Seems like they're having trouble a little bit with like really athletic teams that like to get up and down the court. And it obviously doesn't help that we had, all the turnovers that they had led to a lot of easy buckets.
Yeah.
For them. Obviously Minnesota's a lot better this year than I think anybody thought they were going to be. So. It's not like the worst loss in the world, but just slightly worrisome. And obviously, it's on the second day of a back-to-back as well. So,
I didn't. What day was that? That was a Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah.
Did I watch that game? Sure, I watched that game. I don't have any.
Yeah, I just watched the on if you have League Pass, you can do like a 30-minute condensed version of games.
Yeah.
On that. It's pretty nice, actually. But so you have the stats of how we did last week for our predictions.
Yes.
How are we looking?
So I think these are right. How many games did we play since our last? Minus
so we played 5, but we only predicted 4 games.
Okay, we only predicted 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm pretty sure these are right. Colin, you guessed 3-1. Steve guessed 2-2, and I guessed 3-1. So
So
Steve
ding, ding, ding.
was
Steve's the winner.
Steve's the winner. Steve, you get imaginary cool points.
Well, you know what we should do is we should like do whoever has the best like winning percentage at the end of the year gets a beer or something.
Yes, I agree with that.
Well, since it's a whole season thing, let's do like a sixer of Creature Comforts Tropicalia.
Yes.
I think
Yeah,
that's
we'll
appropriate.
pretend that Creature Comforts is sponsoring the show, so we can
Yeah.
give them free advertising.
Thanks for the sixer of Creature Comforts for our winner. For sixer Tropicalia Creature Comforts. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah. It's great.
And speaking of also bets, who is the closest on the Tim Hardaway Jr.?
Oh, the Tim Hardaway Jr. poll. Let me pull that up. We had she poll. Okay, so you said.
I know it's not me. I was way off.
You said the 16th. Steve said the 10th. I said the 2nd. Laura said the 12th. So I'm the closest.
Nice. All right. So we owe you a beer.
Yes.
Lovely.
Yep. And I have a beer emoji in here. So I'm pretty sure that meant we bet a beer.
Yeah, and you were only like a week off. So that's not bad.
And I wanted to say this Friday, or last Friday.
You did.
But I reserved till the 2nd. But you know,
Gene Stradamus over here. With the predictions.
You know, we wanted to see you, Tim Hardaway. We needed to see you get off that freaking bench because fuck.
Yeah, seriously.
We traded a lot to get you.
It was good to see. Hopefully he'll get some more minutes in the coming weeks here.
Definitely.
So I wanted to point out, so there's this stat, speaking of schedule, so it was clearly packed last week. This week, not so much, just 2 games. We have, let's see, who are we playing? Where is my schedule? The Raptors on Wednesday, tomorrow night. And both of these are at home, which is nice. Raptors at home on Wednesday, and the Lakers at home on Friday, where there will probably be as many Lakers fans as Hawks fans at the stadium.
Probably more. If it's based on my experience with Laker games, there'll be more Laker fans for sure.
Yeah. But
maybe we can drown them out.
Lakers care.
Maybe we can drown them out, you know?
Well, you know, I assume a lot of people will be coming out, especially to see. It's definitely going to be a sold-out game, seeing Kobe's last game in Atlanta, you know? A lot of people coming out for that. But so I wanted to bring up this stat related to our schedule that I heard. I think it was in the Spurs game. The team has only had 5 days off at home since the preseason.
Jesus.
Yeah. So that was a Rathbun stat coming at you. But they've only had 5 days off at home since the preseason.
Wow.
Which is crazy. I mean, you look at the schedule and you can see, you're like, okay, they've never been home for more than like a couple of days. And when they have been, it's been back-to-backs or whatever. But, yeah, they've had 5 days at home the whole season.
Wow. And we're hold on, I'm looking up.
Luckily, both of the games are at home this week, and they got some time between them, so they'll have a little bit of time off this week, which will be nice. Nice to get rested up a little bit.
That's a lot of freaking games, man.
Yeah, I mean, the Hawks have played the most games in the league so far this season. They played, I think, a game more than anybody else.
And we're
20 games.
And we're pretty good. I mean, we're sitting. We're sitting 6th. We played 20 games, sitting 6th. We obviously were inconsistent up and down this last week, but I think with rest, because we missed. They missed that live shot of Paul taking that hit to the face, which had to hurt. Like that, I've taken just like unsuspecting elbows like that to the jaw. And when you're not ready for it and you get hit with like just a flying elbow like that hurts, and it hurts a lot, and you can't really I'm surprised he didn't get a concussion or something, because that could have been real. That could have been real bad for him. But I'm glad he's okay.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. Came out of it pretty well. So hang on just a second.
But I like where we're sitting. We're sitting. I think we're sitting in a good spot. Toronto, I'm not really scared of. I feel like we can beat them. Miami, I don't know how good they are. I think they're good. Obviously with Bosch and Wade and some of their young guys, but how good are they really? Chicago, Indiana, Cleveland.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
So
if you look too for the record for last year versus this year, we're not too far off. Through 20 games last year, they were 14-6. So,
Okay.
only 2 wins better. So, I mean, it's not really far off. And that was, they didn't quite go on that run until a little bit later in the season. So,
and we've had a couple games early just kind of slide away from us, just get away from us. So, after 20 games, I like where we're sitting. I love where we're sitting, actually. Obviously I'd like to be, top 3, top 2, 1, obviously, but I'm okay with where we are.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. We've got some, with how packed the schedule has been so far, they played a lot of games in short succession. So it'll be nice to see this week. I'm just going to throw my prediction out there now. They're going to go 2-0 this week. They're going to beat the Raptors and the Lakers.
2-0. I am going to go, 2-0. I mean, kind of have to.
Yeah, with that amount of rest, the way they've been playing, the way they were looked in that Thunder game, I don't think the Raptors or the Lakers can hang with us.
No. Nope, and nope.
Excellent.
I'm just inputting all of our predictions to date. Last week you said 3-1. Okay, yeah.
Cool. So obviously, we had a decent week last week. Good Thanksgivings had by all. What'd you do for Thanksgiving?
I went over to Mom's place and we ate. I made some mac and cheese. That was pretty delicious. Brought it over there. Got to hang out with the nephews. My dad's in town, which is interesting to say the least. So he was there. Sisters were there, so it was a good time. It was.
Okay.
It was a little awkward, obviously, but we did the best that we could, and it was fun. What about yourself?
Nice.
You went up to Oregon, right?
To hang out with Josh? At my cousin Josh's house. Ate a lot of good food. Spent some time with some good people, good family. Obviously, I was a little disappointed I didn't get to go to Wisconsin like I normally do. For the family celebration, but we made do. Had a good time. Ate a lot of food. I ate 2.5 pounds of food, so I felt good about that.
Oh yeah.
I always do the way before, way after thing going on. So.
Oh yeah.
That went quite well.
Yeah, I definitely had like a mountain of food the first plate, and then just I kind of lived my way to dessert.
What's your go-to Thanksgiving food? Your favorite thing to eat?
My favorite Thanksgiving food would have to be my mom's sweet potato pie.
Nice.
I don't care what happens. I don't care what's on the table. The sweet potato pies have got to be there, and they are always there, and they are always perfect. Nice. And I also get to take an entire pie home by myself.
That's always a bonus.
Yeah. She always makes me 1 to 2 pies to take home because she knows that's what I like.
Nice.
So
I'm a stuffing man myself. That's probably my favorite.
Nice. Yeah, she made some dude, she made some baller stuffing this year. Like she even complimented herself. She was like, "Man, this stuffing is really good." I was like, "Yeah, it was great."
Nice.
So she was normally she's very, very bashful, but she deserved a gold star for that one.
Nice. Well, it's good to have a nice time with family. You know, hoping the Hawks got a little bit of time with their families as well. Got to eat some good food and everything.
I definitely want to talk about my celebrity sighting tonight. Definitely saw Dennis Scott at my rec league game. We play at the Peachtree Presbyterian Church in Buckhead, Georgia, down outside of Atlanta. And I come walking in and say hi to the normal guy who I say hi to at the front, and he's talking to Dennis Scott, and I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" I was pulling up some music on my phone, so I had my headphones in. And I had to take a double take because I was like, "Who's this huge guy out of my peripheral?" And it was like, "Oh shit, that's Dennis Scott." So
nice.
that was cool to see him.
Yeah, he was a damn good shooter player in his day. Always love hearing him on NBA TV.
Yeah.
He does bang
I like him because he's always trying to give love to the Hawks. He's always I feel like he is one of our biggest. He's our biggest fans on NBA TV.
Yeah, definitely appreciate his work. 3D, if you ever hear this, we'd love to have you on the show.
Yes.
Let some extra juice to it for a week or something.
Yes. Lovely. Yes. Next time I see him, I'm gonna mention something. I'm gonna be like, "Hey man, thanks for all your hard work. We have a podcast. Please help us."
Even if we get like a tagline from him or something.
Yeah, just come on, just say, "Hey, good job, guys. 2-minute interview. We'll each ask you a question. Go."
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
That would be dope. Yeah, cool. So we want to hit our last thing before we wrap up here.
Yeah, I think with Kobe calling it quits. He's had a polarizing career. I'll say that he's had. I think I have a special liking for Kobe because he was the biggest star, I feel like, in the NBA. He was the face of the NBA and the face of winning in the post Jordan era, and he literally gave everything and anything to play. He was kind of like Iverson. Like his body was his almost gift to basketball, and and he gave everything. Like he would play through anything and everything to play, and I always respected that about Kobe. Like he was always just the biggest warrior, and it sucks to I'll say it sucks to see that he's retiring, because he was such he meant a lot of things to a lot of people, good and bad.
Yeah, absolutely. He's I think he's I grew to appreciate him the longer he played. I feel like,
yeah,
I was kind of like he was a dick. Like Kobe,
yeah, he was a dick,
and he kind of mellowed out as he got older to a certain degree, and he became more honest and open about like what was going on with him and like for his feelings and everything, which that was really endearing for me personally to like hear that. And he's a very smart guy, gives great interviews and stuff. I think I grew to appreciate him more. And obviously one of the best players of all time. Like he's up there in the conversation for best players. Obviously not. I wouldn't say the best player of all time, but
he's definitely he's top 10 for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
He is in the top 10 of just iconic basketball figures on this planet. And I feel like him, Iverson, you could even say maybe Vince Carter, Jason Kidd. Like I feel like he is kind of like the last kind of remnants from the Jordan era, you know. You know, Dirk's gonna be on his way out. KG's kind of on his way out. Paul Pierce, you know, they're not really. They've accepted almost lesser roles. Kobe, he was, you know, until he started getting hurt the last 3 years, he was the guy. You know, he was the guy, and he always carried that torch of the Lakers in the league and winning. And I don't know, I always respected that about him. Even though obviously I was a Kings fan and I've never rooted against anyone more, but it was like a respectful hatred towards them. You know, it was like they always had our number, but you know, how mad, you know, obviously, you know, I could say how mad can I really be, but at the time I was pissed, but you know, but you know, he was just better. He was just their teams were always just better.
Yeah.
But sure. I wanted to do an all 90s draft class, you know, of our favorite players, you know, when we were coming up, learning how to play basketball and who we were following in the 90s. I kind of wanted to do an all draft or all 90s draft class and see if we have any similarities, differences, and whose team would win.
Yeah.
So sure. I'll go first.
Yeah, give it a go.
I'll go first. Point guard, I got Allen Iverson. He was probably my favorite player in high school because he was so small, but he didn't care. Like he didn't care. He was going in the lane, and he would get knocked down, but had the heart of a warrior and got up every time. And I patterned a lot of my game and stuff when I was, you know, the smallest at the time when I was the smallest kid on the court. I patterned a lot of my game after him. And so you know, he was always one of my favorite players. Shooting guard, gonna go with Kobe. You know, he was all defense 9 times, which people forget about that. He was an all-world defender. Probably could have won Defensive Player of the Year a few times, honestly. Because he would have to lock down the other player's best player every night, and he was giving you buckets every night. Small forward, this was tough, but I'm gonna go Vince. You know, obviously unlimited highlights for days, and he came along at a good time because it was right when like NBA.com was kind of getting big, and we could watch all of his highlights, and it was just I don't know, I feel like he exploded the game, obviously in Canada too. You know, he was a global star in his own right. So and he dunked over a 7'2" guy, so that was cool. Power forward, gonna go KG. You know, for obvious reasons, and then center, I'm gonna go Shaq.
All right. I'm only going different at one position, and I'm almost doing it just to be different.
Okay.
Because I agree with all of that. Obviously, like the hardest choice is at power forward, right? Because you have
Duncan,
KG, Duncan, Nowitzki. Any three, you could pick any three of those guys, and I wouldn't be upset with you.
Yeah.
Put it that way. But I also go Shaq, KG, Kobe, AI. And then I am going Tracy McGrady.
See, I went Vince over Tracy McGrady. I put Tracy in there, and I was like,
I have Vince written down here as well, but I have Vince and T-Mac with like a question mark by him.
Yeah.
I wasn't quite sure.
Okay.
But I'm going Tracy McGrady. You know, it's a shame what injuries did to that Rockets team with him and Yao and Stevie Franchise, which is fun to watch. They just, you know, that one year when it looked like it was their year and just everybody got hurt, and that was kind of the end of that.
That was it.
But, you know, McGrady, he was just so fun to watch, could score buckets from anywhere on the court. You know, he made it almost look effortless, his movements on the court. He went.
Yeah, I remember watching him and just saying he can get anywhere he wants to on the court. Like, he can get anywhere he wants and get any shot that he wants, any shot anywhere, contested, uncontested. Like he could hit any shot. He made tough shots.
Yeah, no, for sure. And like, you know, him and Yao together, like that was one of the NBA has always been really good at online and global presence. That's one thing they do better than, frankly, I think any other sports league in the entire world. They've led the way and been the forefront at like getting people, you know, to be interested in like promoting their brand through online methods. And like nowhere is that more evident than the popularity of the NBA in China, right?
Yeah.
And you know, T-Mac and Yao are the reason the Rockets are so popular there, you know. There's that video from a couple years ago where, you know, McGrady signed, you know, kind of at the end of his career, signed to play in China. And there's that video of him getting off the plane and just getting mobbed at the airport by all the Chinese people that like love Tracy McGrady. And, you know, like him and Yao did more, I would say they did more than any other player, maybe outside of MJ, to grow the NBA brand. Just because China is such a big market and like basketball is the most popular sport there. There's the reason for that is Yao and McGrady and the Rockets and the way the NBA promoted their brand overseas.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I'd even say, you know, Kobe to a lesser extent, he like when he started doing his China tour every summer. I forget when he started that, but that was freaking huge, man. Like that, I don't know if that necessarily got enough press for how the biggest star, you know, here was able to capture the audience there and grow the game there. You know, I think because from what I saw and what I remember of him starting that, like he would, you know, same thing. It'd be like, you know, the Beatles traveling anywhere and just getting mobbed. But he, you know, him to a lesser extent, I think he got kind of on after Yao was playing. Like when he was done, I think he kind of stepped into that. Like he started his globalization right when Yao kind of was on the end of his career. But you know, I give him, you know, as much credit as well for that.
And, you know, all these players in the 90s, you know, came in at this point in time where, you know, the NBA is growing its brand and being big. And they're all, you know, at this point, they're all global icons.
Yeah.
All of these guys are global icons. Like you can go a lot of places in the world and people would know who, you know, these stars from the 90s are. And that's, you know, a testament to them, a testament to the NBA, a testament to, you know, how they're able to market themselves and, you know, ultimately a testament to how great of players they were.
Yep. Agreed.
Well, I think on that very international note and talking about, you know, great players and great things, I think we're going to wrap it up for this week. Obviously, thanks again for joining us on the ATL Hawks Nest podcast. We you know, had a lot of fun coming at you these past 8 weeks, and we hope to continue having fun with this and growing the brand and everything. So
it's fun, man. It's fun.
Yeah. And again, obviously, feel free to email us if you have any questions, concerns, comments. If you know a way to get 3D on the show or a way to hook us up with some Creature Comforts beers. Or
I'm gonna work on that.
Branding.
I'm working on that. I talk to that guy every time I go to the gym, and I'm gonna be like, "Look, man, I need some street cred. Help me. Help me.
Get D Scott on here, you know." But yeah, so anyways, if you have questions or whatever, email us at atlhawksnest@gmail.com or hit us up on Twitter at atlhawksnest. Thanks for joining us for episode 8, and we will sign off there. Go Hawks.
Go Hawks. Thank you.